Hi, everybody, and welcome back. We're talking with Ralph Grajeda. He's the head coach over at Yucaipa Baseball and 2018 CIF champions. Coach, first off, congratulations on being a CIF champion.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach, you had a great season. You guys went 28-5 on the season. I don't know where you guys stood coming in, but at the end, Beckman looked unbeatable, and you took Beckman down. Talk about that finals game.
Our kids felt pretty confident going into it. We kind of focused on just the game and executing the game. We knew they were very, very good. We've seen a lot of very good opponents up to that point. I think the turning point is after the kids settled down about the third inning, we were able to focus on what we needed to do. And not to take away from Beckman, but the kids did a really good job of just not making the moment bigger than what it was. It took a while, but they got there. They did a really good job.
Beckman, high power team, great offense. They have just a great overall team. They were a juggernaut. They were expected to win the division. So it's got to be satisfying being able to take the crown, because I don't want to say you guys came out of nowhere, but again, you weren't the favorite. Beckman was, pretty much.
Okay, you broke up a little bit. I'm sorry about that.
Coach, it must have been satisfying winning that game against Beckman.
Oh, it was awesome.
Because they were a heavy favorite. They were a heavy favorite all season.
Kind of a culmination of things. We set a single season mark with that win, with that CIF championship win at 28 wins. And from our program, stepping into the shoes that Coach Stout had left, that's gigantic for first-year staff and for that program. So quite happy about it.
Coach, talk about your team. One thing that jumps off the page when you look at Yucaipa is you guys are stingy with the runs. You don't allow anybody to play. I counted, there was 15 games out of the 33 you played this year where you allowed one run or less, so it was either a shutout or a one-run game, and you had 21 of the 33 games where you allowed only 2 runs or less in the game. Is it defense? Is it pitching? What's going on with you guys?
You know, I'm a firm believer that championships won on pitching and defense, and we work very hard on it. I mean, our practices are pretty detailed. We have some special athletes. It's probably one of the best infields I think I've ever had. And as far as the outfield, we have a bunch of runners that are guys that can actually track it down. It's just a very athletic team, and we saw that early in the fall. So it was we just basically told our pitchers, just pound the zone, and we're going to play catch behind him. And that was pretty evident all year.
Now, Coach, we don't usually on this show talk about individual performances simply because with so many schools to cover every week, we talk about teams until we get down to this. All right, when you get in the finals, there's guys that just step up. One guy that stepped up for you is your pitching, was Tyson Heaton. This young man's only a junior. He's already got a scholarship offer that I believe he's accepted. Talk about him if you would.
Okay, you broke up the last little bit, but I'll answer what I heard.
Sure.
The one guy that was, you know, he was basically our CBL MVP, and that was Tyson Heaton. He was a two-way guy for us. You know, he batted right behind Michael Carpentier, which is, you know, a big-time catcher in his class. And he did a great job both at the plate and on the mound. And if we didn't have Tyson develop the way he would have, I don't know if we'd be in that position. The other key ingredient was we needed a number 2. And Vinny Alvarez was a senior that we had that only threw 8 innings all of last year.
Wow.
And so we had to start with him. We really had to develop him to make sure we had a legitimate shot to be competitive. And he answered the bell. He more than answered the bell. He did a great job. And then we've got some sophomores in Bradley Heacock, Nicholas Brunn, and a junior. He'll be a senior this year, Trevor Stewart, that we're really excited about as well. But it hadn't been for our 2 pitchers, you know, I don't know where it would be. They did a great job, especially Vinny Alvarez complimenting Tyson Heaton as a number 2.
Coach, with the consistency of your pitching staff and your defense, was there a point in the season where you felt your team gelled and you were going to be able to compete and go deep in the playoffs?
We're talking about next year, right?
No, I'm talking about this season. Was there a point in the season where your team gelled, where it came along? Basically, looking at your stats, you know, you guys were great, but I didn't see any.
We have a very good defensive team.
I didn't see any dips in your performance all season. Not really.
No, it started in the fall. I mean, I have some very good assistant coaches. I mean, I was an infield coach for a bit, and then 2 of my assistant coaches are both former Yucaipa players as well, and they were middle infielders, both shortstops. And so we worked really hard on defense. to be honest with you, we were pretty hard on our middle infielders. We made sure our coverages were there. We made sure they were detailed. They moved with pitch to pitch. They knew what was coming. They had scouting reports, especially when we played Beckman. We had a pretty good plan of what we were going to do with them. To be honest with you, throughout the playoffs, we scouted just about everybody except for 2 teams, and we got some pretty good information. And so we felt pretty prepared for it, kind of like taking a test. And so our infielders do a really good job of that. We do have some defensive alignments that we plug in based on the type of hitter. And so for high school, they ran a college defense and did a really good job, and they bought into it, and you could see the result.
Well, Coach, whatever you did this season, obviously it worked. Having players like Tyson Heaton and some of the other players you mentioned coming back for next year, you're not going to be able to sneak up on anybody next year. You know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm aware of that. 100%.
You're going to be the hunted, my friend. Good luck with it.
Hey. Yeah, there's no hiding. I get that.
No, but it's great, and it's great for Yucaipa High. Coach, once again, congratulations on winning the CIF Southern Second title this year. Continue to enjoy it during the offseason, man. I know you're probably already getting to work on next year, but try to enjoy this as long as you can. They don't come around very often.
It's still hitting me. I'm still taking it in. To be honest with you, I'm still numb on the whole thing. Our kids are still taking it in. We can't believe that it actually happened. So we're excited about it. And again, thank you for having us and talking about our program. Thank you.
All right, Coach. Congratulations once again. You guys deserved it. All right.
Thank you very much. Take care. Thanks.
All right, Coach.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.